In this lesson, we'll be learning about and practicing with the angle sum property of triangles, meeting the requirements for TEKS 68A. The angle sum property says the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. I have an example here on the screen, but it's important for you to understand. This property applies to every and all triangles. Any and every triangle. The sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. In this particular example, you can see angles A, B, and C inside of the triangle. In this example, this property tells us that angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180 degrees. In fact, there are 180 total degrees inside of every triangle. That's why every triangle has three angles, and those three angles will always add to a sum of 180 degrees. Let's see if I can show you why this is true. When an athlete completes a full rotation, why do we call this a 360? Have you watched skiers, snowboarders, skateboarders, even basketball players on their way to dunk the basketball will often do what was called a 360? A full rotation is known as a 360 because there are 360 degrees in a circle, the shape of that full rotation. If I draw a line through the center of a circle, I will cut the circle's 360 degrees in half. There will now be 180 degrees above the line and 180 degrees below the line to make the total of 360 degrees. The semicircle, or half of a circle, above the line is half of a 360. 1/2 of 360 is 180. Thus, the angle above the black line is 180 degrees. You may recognize this as a straight angle, and now maybe you better understand why a straight angle is 180 degrees. So I have the black line straight angle. It's 180 degrees. The semicircle above the black line shows I have half a circle, half of 360, 180 degrees. Now, what if I put hinges on that black line? What if I put hinges at the green dots and began to fold the black line up from the ends? Eventually, the two arrows, the ends of the black line, would touch at the top of that fold, and I will have formed a triangle where now all 180 degrees are inside the triangle, shared by angles A, B, and C. So this is how we know, first, that a straight angle is 180 degrees. That straight line dividing the circle in half gives half of the 360 degrees in the circle to the top of the line, half to the bottom. If I then take that straight line and hinge it and fold it up into the form of a triangle, I put all 180 degrees inside the triangle. Every triangle has 180 degrees inside of it. All three angles of every triangle will always add to a sum of 180 degrees. In this particular example, we've proven angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180 degrees. Now you'll remember, we don't teach you things just to teach you things. We teach you things so that you can solve problems. So here's our first practice problem. What is the measure of angle C? Well, I see angle C, I see another angle, 104 degrees, and I see a third angle, 37 degrees. Well, if I remember what we've just been talking about, I know that 37 plus 104 plus angle C will have to have a sum of 180 degrees. So what's the measure of angle C? If you've thought about combining the two known angles first, very good idea. 141 plus angle C equals 180. Now, when we've been solving equations, we've talked about do and undo. How do I isolate the variable? How do I get angle C all by itself? We undo the 141 on both sides of the equation. And when we do that, 141 minus 141 is 0, which leaves angle C all by itself, isolated, which is exactly what we want. So angle C will be equal to the difference between 180 degrees and 141. And if we do this subtraction, we will find angle C is 39 degrees. We've used what we've learned about the angle sum property of triangles to solve a problem, to find the measure of angle C. Here's another problem, only this time we don't have the picture model. We don't have the actual triangle. But do we need it? If angle B equals 42 degrees and angle C equals 55 degrees, what is the measure of angle A? Well, we do know angle A plus angle B, which is 42, plus angle C, which is 55, must have a sum or total of 180 degrees. We know that because the angle sum property tells us all three angles will always add to a sum of 180 degrees. We can combine the like terms, leaving us with angle A plus 42 and 55 makes 97 equals 180. We can undo the 97 in order to isolate angle A. To get angle A all by itself, we need to get rid of the 97 that's being added to it right now. And if we do that on the left side of the equal sign, we must do it on the right to maintain balance. 97 minus 97 is 0. That leaves angle A all by itself on the left side of the equal sign. And when we subtract, we'll find that the measure of angle A must be 83 degrees. If angle B is 42 and angle C is 55, angle A must be 83 in order to make the sum of all three angles 180 degrees. As we wrap up this lesson, I'll remind you, we've been talking about the angle sum property of triangles. This property tells us that the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Not only this triangle, as an example on the screen, but every and any triangle will always have three angles. Those three angles will always have a sum of 180 degrees. Now, each angle may be a different measure from a previous triangle or the next triangle, and that's fine. But all three angles inside of that triangle will always add to a sum of 180 degrees. And we can use that knowledge in order to problem solve.